How's it going, Jeremians? In today's video, I will be sharing with you 15 essential tips and tricks to extract the best core functionality from the Korg EK-50 and the Korg EK-50 L. This video is not really meant for advanced keyboard players, but for beginners who have just newly acquired a Korg EK-50 or a Korg EK-50 L keyboard. However, if you have been playing keyboards for some time, do continue to watch the video, and I hope that you can find some useful information from this video. Korg keyboards are arranged as keyboard sets rather than individual voices. So keyboard sets are actually a set of 4 different voices that has been pre-programmed from the factory to sound complementary to each other, and it would already have the different appropriate effects already applied. So how do you choose different keyboard sets? What you do is press the keyboard set button here, and you can use the jog dial to select the different keyboard sets that you will need. So when you select a stage EP here, for example, it would have been layered with other voices that you can turn on and off according to what you like to play. To turn on and off different layers, all you need to do is press these corresponding buttons. So if none of these buttons are lit up, upper 1, upper 2, and upper 3 are not lit up, whatever you play will not sound because none of the voices are actually activated. And you can turn on and off different sounds according to what you need. Right now there's only one voice selected, and I will turn on upper 2. You can hear that it's richer because another voice has been selected, and you can also turn on upper 3. Which will have a layers of 3 sounds together. How do you tell what voices are in each of them? All you need to do is press and hold Shift and select the individual button, and you can see the voice that has been assigned to the upper 1 track, which is voice 37 Pro Stage EP. Press and hold Shift, select number 2, and you can see white pad EP, number 3 Sistro. So you can play any combination of them. You can just play number 3 by itself, or play them in any combination you want. The next thing I'm going to teach you is how to change the volume of each individual part. Right now I have the piano and string selected, and if I hold on to Shift and press the individual button, you can see that in upper 1, grand piano has been assigned, and in upper 2, stereo strings has been assigned. Right now, this is the default volume. What if I would like to have the stereo strings louder? This is what you need to do. Press and hold the button that you want to change the volume, and just turn up the volume using the jog dial. So we have turned up the strings to the maximum possible, and you will hear a much louder strings volume right now. The next thing I'm going to teach you is how to change the individual instrument voice in each of these buttons. Right now we have a grand piano on upper 1 and strings on upper 2. What if we would like a choir in upper 2 instead of stereo strings? This is what you do. Press Shift and press the individual button upper 2 that you would like to change the sound, and you can go ahead and select whatever new voices that you like. In this case, I would like to layer it with this, and this is how it sounds with the new voice selected. So you can see it's really easy to change the voices as well as the volume for each individual layer. Changing the octave of the sounds that's being played is pretty straightforward. For example, right now, I have piano and pad selected. I can change the octave just by pressing Shift and Octave Plus, and it would move the entire keyboard voice up one octave. What if I want the piano voice to sound one octave higher but the pad voice to remain the same at the center default octave? All I need to do is press and hold the layer which I want to increase or decrease the octave and just select the octave button here, plus or minus. As you can see, it's indicated octave 1 plus 1 for the upper 2 voice. Now when I play it, the pad voice is in the middle C, neutral default position, but the piano voice is up 1 octave. Do take a minute to check out the video description below where I have placed links to my list of recommended digital pianos as well as keyboards, and also a piano and keyboard learning app. If you are looking for books to learn with, I have also placed links to books that I recommend and that I use. The next thing I'm going to teach you is how to apply effects to the voices. What you can do is hold down Shift and press this button which says Setting Effects. This is the default settings of the effect that has been applied. You can change between Effect 1 and Effect 2. So you can also put it to no effects, or you can just change the type of effects that is being applied. Let's say I would like to apply a phaser to the keyboard. So if you don't select anything, it will be applied to all the different parts. What if you would like more of the phaser effect to be applied to the piano voice in upper 1? All you need to do is hold on to the part that you would like more of the effects to be applied and just turn the wheel. You can see the upper 1 send, so there will be more of the phaser effect applied to upper 1. As I'll let you have a listen here. It doesn't affect so much the choir voices, but only the upper 1 voice. So using this combination of effects and the amount of effects being sent to each individual layered voice, you can achieve very unique sound combinations. The next thing I'm going to teach you is how to make this voice richer without having to play double or triple notes. So the Korg EK-50 comes with this Ensemble feature here, and it only works if you have the split feature turned on, and using the information from the chords on your left hand to determine what extra notes to harmonize with on your right hand layers. This is without the Ensemble feature turned on. You can hear that only individual notes are sounded. With the Ensemble button turned on, it would use the chord information on the left hand to make the voice richer. You can see on my right hand, I'm only playing a single note, but multiple voices are played at the same time. The Korg EK-50 is an arranger keyboard, which means it comes with rhythms and auto accompaniment. How do you select different rhythms? All you need to do is select this button here, style, and when you press that, you can see the word style is blinking on the screen, which means that when you turn the dial, it will change to different styles. You can also use the category button to jump to different categories quickly without having to scroll through every single style. To start playing with styles, all you need to do is turn on the start button. If you prefer, you can use synchro start, which means that the accompaniment will only start playing when you press a chord. So over here, you can turn on and off different accompaniment parts using the buttons listed here. If you like to only have the bass, you can turn off all the other parts very quickly when you're playing live, and you can create different rhythmic textures using this button. So if you only like to have the drums and the bass, you can just turn it on accordingly. So with these mixer buttons here, turning it on and off and muting different tracks, you can get a very varied style variation. Now that we have selected a style, how do we make the tempo faster or slower? Right now on screen, you can see the tempo is 80 beats per minute. To change the tempo, all you need to do is press and hold the shift button and turn the wheel, and you can see the tempo increases or decreases accordingly. Next, let's talk about the chord recognition on the Korg EK-50 and Korg EK-50 L. If the split button is not turned on here, the entire keyboard will be used to identify the chord you're playing. You can see that as I play, the chord changes. However, with split turned on, only the left-hand notes on this part of the keyboard will be used to recognize the chord that you're playing. If I were to play a chord here, I'm playing a G chord here, but it still continues to be a C chord here because only the left hand will be used to identify and recognize the chord. What if you would like the keyboard set to be louder? The overall voice of all the voices of the keyboard set to be louder in comparison with the accompaniment rhythm. All you need to do is press and hold keyboard set button and turn the dial. You can see that the entire keyboard set level will be louder compared to the rhythm. But what if you want your style and your accompaniment to be louder? All you need to do is press and hold the style button and turn up to the level that you desire. You can also adjust the volume of the individual accompaniment layer just by pressing and holding the part that you want to adjust the volume for and turning the jog dial. You can see here I can reduce the drum level volume just by pressing and holding the drum button and turning the wheel over here. Now that you have done all the complex settings in terms of effects, your volume mix, as well as your different instruments that you have configured into the different upper 1, upper 2, upper 3 tracks on your layers, you want to save them for easy recall in future. And this is where the set list of the Korg EK-50 and EK-50 L comes in very, very useful. You select the bank that you want to save this in, and the Korg EK-50 and EK-50 L comes with 10 banks. So you select the bank that you want to save the settings for and press and hold down the bank button, which also acts as a write button. Press and hold it and select which of these 4 buttons you want to save your customized settings into. Right now I want to save my customized rhythm and voices into bank A, number 4. I just keep holding on to this right bank button and press number 4. You can see it blinking. And now all my customized registration is saved into number 4. This is very useful if, for example, you're going for an exam and you want to save specific voices for a song that you are going to be performing for the examiner, or you are playing in different gigs, and for your different songs that you have in your playlist, you can set up different voices for very quick recall. If you found this video useful, do smash that like button and do subscribe if you haven't done so if you would like to receive more valuable videos like this. My name is Jeremy C, and I'll see you in my next video.